Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 98 of Yuddha Kanda. In the previous chapter, we saw the great fight about to start between Rama and Ravana as Ravana set out with his army out of Lanka with a great army to fight against the Vanara army, and at that time, he is accompanied by Virupaksa, Mahodara, and Mahaparshva, his counselors. Virupaksha, in the meanwhile, had a terrible fight with Sugriva, who ultimately killed him. In the fearful struggle, both armies gradually melted away under each other's blows, like two lakes drying up under the summer heat. The destruction of his forces and the death of Virupaksha redoubled the fury of the Lord of Titans. Seeing his army decimated and destroyed by the monkeys, he recognized that destiny was opposing him and he became apprehensive. Thereafter he addressed Mahodara, who stood near him, saying, "From now on, O long armed warrior, you are my only hope of victory. Go triumph over the enemy forces. Display your heroism today. The time has come to return the favors your master has bestowed on you. Fight bravely." At these words, the foremost of Titans, Mahodara, replied, "Be it so," and rushed on the enemy's army as a butterfly into the flame. Then that exceedingly powerful Titan, whose ardor had been stimulated by the words of his master and also on account of his own native valor, began to create carnage among the monkeys. From their side, the noble hearted monkeys, arming themselves with enormous stones, penetrated into the ranks of the redoubtable Titans and slew them all. And Mahodara, at the height of fury, with his golden shaft, severed the hands, feet, and thighs of the monkeys in the great struggle, and they, after a hard fight with the Titans, fled to different quarters, some taking refuge with Sugriva. Witnessing the rout of his powerful army, Sugriva rushed upon Mahodara and the lord of the monkeys, seizing a huge and formidable rock resembling a hill, threw it at him with great force in order to crush him. Seeing the stone falling, Mahodara, unmoved, cut it to pieces with his arrow. Under the Titan's darts, it fell in 1,000 fragments on the earth, so that it resembled a flock of frightened vultures. Beholding that rock broken, Sugriva, mad with anger, tore up a sala tree and flung it at his adversary, who broke it into many pieces. With his shafts, that hero, the scourge of his enemies, broke the tree. Whereupon Sugriva, observing an iron stake lying on the ground, brandished the flashing bar before the eyes of the Titan, and with one exceedingly violent blow struck down his excellent steeds. Leaping down from his great car, its team of horses having been slain, the valiant Mahodara, highly provoked, hold of a mace and the two warriors, one armed with an iron bar and the other with a mace, approached each other, bellowing like bulls, resembling two clouds charged with lightning. In fury, the Night Ranger, his lustrous mace glittering like the sun, rushed on Sugriva, and as the terrible club was falling upon him, the extremely valiant leader of the monkeys, his eyes red with anger, lifted up his weapon and struck, whereupon the bar instantly fell shattered to the earth. Then Sugriva, boiling with rage from the ground, picked up a huge club, wielded on all sides, and brandishing it, hurled it against the mace, striking it, whereupon, on the impact, the two missiles broke in pieces and fell on the field. Their weapons shattered, the two warriors attacked each other with blows of their fists, and full of ardor and strength, resembled two lit braziers. Amid loud cries, they struck each other and, having interchanged blows, rolled on the earth, leaping up immediately. The two pugilists, great champions, scourgers of their enemies, exhausted each other, whereupon each seized hold of a sword that lay within reach, and, transported with rage, threw themselves upon each other, their weapons upraised. Then those two spirited and experienced warriors moved rapidly from left to right of one another, each seeking to slay his opponent. Meantime, the courageous, impetuous, and wicked Mahodara, proud of his strength, pierced Sugriva's heavy mail with his sword, whereupon the weapon snapped on the impact. Then that elephant among monkeys, Sugriva, with his own sword, severed the Titan's head, that is Mahodara's head, wearing a helmet and adorned with earrings. Beholding their leader lying headless on the ground, the whole army of Titans melted away, and having slain Mahodara, the monkey with his forces began to cheer, whereupon Dashagriva grew furious and Raghava was filled with joy. With downcast mind, the Titans overwhelmed, all fled away, mad with terror. But the son of Surya, Sugriva, having laid Mahodara low, who resembled part of a great mountain, shone with effulgence like that orb itself, with its inextinguishable brilliance, and the host of gods, siddhas, yakshas, and also beings who move on the surface of the earth, gazed with great delight on the king of the monkeys who had achieved that supreme victory. Thus come to the end, chapter 98 of Yuddha Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puravasini, Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Bye.